Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Ruslan G video. My name is Ruslan G and I'm your host every single day. And I hope you guys are having an awesome day today. If you haven't seen already, Jerome Powell and the Fed just had their meeting that outlined everything that's going to be happening with interest rates, the 10-year yield that everyone is worried about, and the GDP as a whole. So everything that's going to really impact every single one of our portfolios was at the highlight of this meeting. So today I want to give you the full in-depth but shortened version of all the most important points, because there were some questions in there that were asked that, didn't really matter or kind of were convoluted, and the answers to those questions were a little ass backwards. But let's talk about the main points, the things that you guys should know, and really the things that will help you understand of where this economy is going into the next 1, 2, 3, and possibly even the next few years beyond that. So one of the things that Jerome Powell and the Fed promised is that there will be no interest rate hikes through 2023. So you can pretty much guarantee that there will not be any new rate hikes for at least 2 years. The second thing on the list is that they are going to be keeping their short-term borrowing rates near zero, which is a very positive sign if you were thinking about borrowing money, right? And a lot of us know that the Fed has an asset purchase program that they, purchase bonds, and that's what helps stabilize inflation and deflation, right? And so in today's statement, they said that they're going to be continuing this bond purchase program ongoing into the foreseeable future. As far as GDP growth goes, the Fed, even though they don't really know how this is going to play out, they said that the projection for 2022 is around 3.3%, and the projections for 2023 is around 2.2%. So it goes down a little bit, and then past that will likely be around 2.3 for complete GDP growth. So that's not terrible. If anything, that actually should give you a green light to invest. That's a good sign. So that means that our economy isn't going to do what Japan has done in the last 20, 30 years, at least not that we know of, and not what the Fed hopes to see. And if they also walk the talk, not just talk the talk, their plan that they talked about today should help people, consumers like us, have faith in our own economy and go out there and spend our money, whether it's on products or on stocks, real estate, whatever it may be. That's really what helps the GDP grow, and it's up to us to make that happen. But it's up to the Fed to make us feel safe about spending our hard-earned dollars. Because, for example, if unemployment numbers go up and up and up and up, and we see that again, wouldn't that make you kind of scared to go out and shop for things that you might just want and not need? Well, that's the whole point. They want us to feel confident, and by analyzing the unemployment data, they are saying that the growth is expected to go up because unemployment numbers have started to go down. And another thing that was mentioned is that they plan to change their plans if things don't play out like they hope they do. And if that's how Jerome Powell and the Fed want to play it, that's actually a really good sign for us as investors, consumers, and the overall economy in general. We want an active committee, not a passive one, or even worse, one that just does nothing at all. Another thing that was mentioned was inflation rates. And we're hoping to see that inflation rates go up to 2.2%, and then next year fall back down to 2%, and then inch roughly a little bit back up to 2.1% by 2023. And honestly, I see this as a good sign if they hold their word and this actually pans out to be true. Obviously, inflation numbers will only come out next year for this year, so we'll have to see how this truly pans out, especially with all the money printing that happened this year and really last year. But to give you guys a rough idea, even with all the money printing, if they're able to make that happen, that's a really good sign, because average inflation rate per year is roughly 2 to 3%. So if we can see anything below 3%, that's really good. And if we stay roughly around the 2% mark, that's also a really good sign. So what does this all mean long term? Well, obviously, short term, it could mean a lot, especially for people that are trading and, investing in these high risk, high reward companies. But in the long term, this could mean absolutely nothing. This is just gibberish. This is just noise. This is what we call political propaganda. No, but in all seriousness, this doesn't really play a huge role if you are an investor in the very long term like me. If you're invested 5, 10, 20, 30 years into a company or into an index or into an ETF, however you invest, if you're investing for the very long term, this news shouldn't really impact you all that much. And if anything, this news is actually positive for people that are betting even in the short term. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean that the market is just going to be green for weeks and weeks and weeks like it was red for a few weeks just a little while back, but this does give us a good idea idea of what the Fed and Jerome Powell really plan to do in the coming months and in the coming years as well. So hopefully this brought you a lot of value. Like I said, I'm a long-term investor, so that's why I have my bullish hat on today. And if you like content like this, don't forget to smash the like button. And really, the most important thing that you can do for your portfolio is subscribe. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, if it's your first time to the channel, first time seeing this face. And if you want cool merch like this, it's just bestmerchever.com. I'll link it down in the description. And if you have any further questions, comments, concerns, whatever, put it down in the comment section below and I'd happy to chat with you all because I do see every single comment and I respond to every single person. So if you want to share something or just chat, leave it down in the comment section. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out. Feel free to check out the links down in the description below where you can get a free stock from Robinhood, $20 free from Stash, 2 or more stocks free from Webull, or $10 free from M1 Finance.